Jehovah's Witnesses greatly frown on giving to charity. They state there is biblical reason not to give to the poor, or even to be concerned with problems people are facing right now, like hunger, sickness, poverty, and the like. They have repeatedly quoted Matthew 26:11 in justification for not taking care of their fellow man's basic needs. It reads, "For you always have the poor with you." The Watchtower feels the only acceptable charity is to preach door to door. If someone does give to charity, they are doing it either because they think it will benefit their business or because of guilt in an attempt to atone for sin. Also, they run frequent articles in Watchtower and Awake telling of stories of rip-off charities. Unfortunately, this does happen, but the majority of charities are not this way. By the Watchtower's repeatedly running of articles of this nature, Jehovah's Witnesses have developed an extremely negative view of any and all charities. To only run negative articles on the subject seems to be going against what we are actually admonished by the Bible to do. Not to mention, the Watchtower then hypocritically encourages their members to donate to the Watchtower. They may brag about not passing around a collection plate, but they still are encouraging regular monthly donations, as well as asking their members to mail their valuables and jewelry to them. The Watchtower is claiming that to be faithful to God, you cannot donate to charity, but you must distribute their religious literature instead. This, according to the Watchtower, will benefit the poor everywhere. However, considering in many of these poor lands and countries, only 1 out of every 4 people can read. In what way are the Watchtower's publications going to benefit them? While they are telling their members that any form of charity besides preaching is unscriptural, they acknowledge that churches build schools, hospitals, and even help the poor. Yet, the Watchtower states everything they do is sheer hypocrisy. Christendom's ministers in poor, third-world countries that are teaching people to read and learn the Bible are actually evil workers of Satan, and they do not have God's Spirit. Somehow, the Watchtower's claims are just not adding up, though. A true Christian recognizes Jesus' command to love your neighbor as yourself. This is the second greatest command, only behind loving God with all your heart and soul. Everything written in the Bible is summed up by these 2 statements. Love feeds the poor. Love builds schools to educate children. Love builds hospitals and doesn't condemn people for their good works. Love never fails, and with love we can come close to God and stay close to Him. At this point, I would like to encourage you to start, if you don't already, giving just a small portion of your money to those who are hungry. If you bring a water bottle to work instead of buying a pop out of the pop machine every day, you would be saving enough to feed 2 entire families every day for an entire month. I am not affiliated with any charities, but I'll give a few links to some that seem pretty good. I would like to express how extremely disgusted I am with myself for following what the Watchtower says. Please don't make the same mistakes I have in the past by listening to men instead of your heart, instead of the Bible. Don't try to justify not helping your brother by saying that you are waiting for the new kingdom that will fix all the world's problems, because that doesn't put food in your brother's mouth that is starving. Have you ever even felt hunger? I speak to move you to shame before you wake up in regrets like me.